Hey, what's up, guys? James here from the BPX team, and I'm joined by Coop.
Back again.
So we're gonna go through and select the cards for our weekly 4 auction. So far, we've had two of our weekly auctions thus far. 3 will be coming pretty soon and ending on Sunday. We got Wax Wednesday ending today. We've had Monster Monday roll through, so it's been pretty fun thus far.
We have some changes today, don't we?
Yeah, we have a few changes that we want to make you guys aware of. So we are lowering the weekly auction to 40 cards. So we're only going to select 40 cards for weekly 4, and the plan is to do 40 for the rest of this wave of consignment we have here. We did switch up a value tier, so our headliners here.
The value just changed.
We just dropped the value down there to.
Number.
I guess we shouldn't just throw the value out there for everybody. We just dropped it down a little bit so we can get more headliners in there. We were kind of running thin on this particular headliner section, so we figured if we lower the value just a bit and get a few more cards in there. We have 2 new cards that weren't in here before, being the Patrick Mahomes rookie auto PSA 10 from Origins and the Upper Deck MJ auto number 30. Those 2 ended up making it in when we adjusted that value for the headliners, but yeah, those are the only 2 changes that really kind of shake things up here. Like I said, 40 cards being selected, and a few new to that headliner column. But yeah, with that being said, I guess we'll go ahead and get into it for this first tier. Tier 1 or
Tier 7.
I have it 7 and
yeah,
backwards on the piece of paper I wrote my notes on. But yeah, for this first tier, we're gonna have 8 cards. So here we have 74 cells, and let's go ahead and randomize this. And this was 2 to 74.
So yeah, 73 cards in total. All right, let's get through this.
57.
Russell Wilson, Donruss Optic. Okay, this is a football card, correct?
Yes.
I know he has some baseball cards out there. You know, Russell Wilson, quite the athlete. He really is a make or break the year this year in Denver, I feel like. I mean, I feel like he came out, wasn't the best last year, but we know the elite quarterbacks in there. We saw it in Seattle, so let's see. I feel like he's going to have a decent year this year.
Yeah, it should be interesting. They got a lot of good quarterbacks in that division, so it should be fun.
Yep.
Breaking Banger says, so only 40 versus 51 in auction, or y'all going to throw crowd slabs in too?
It's just going to be 40.
Just 40, yeah.
Just 40, yep. 2.
All right, 2. We got She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, they said, what was it, a movie or a show that they just made about her?
You know what? I remember seeing her.
I'm not a huge Marvel fan, so yeah, I'm not a big Marvel fan. I am a Marvel fan, but I'm not like a huge into all the movies and shows. I don't watch them all. I do remember seeing clips of it, so you got that.
73.
Sceptile. So I actually am a Pokemon fan now. And growing up, I used to play a lot of Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire, the games. And I would always choose Trico, which evolved into Sceptile. So always had a soft spot for Sceptile.
Word. I know people in our community, we have some guys that really love Pokemon. That one being a holo should catch some attention. Next, we have number 8. Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh, he spelled his name wrong there, but Anthony Edwards Prism.
I feel like he got hurt at the wrong time, man. Something's definitely wrong with him, right? You've been watching Timberwolves?
Yeah, the Timberwolves had a rough go there in the play-in, and
I think he's injured. I'm pretty sure he's injured.
I've heard a little talks there that he's potentially playing through something, but I mean, bottom line, he's a great player. I think he really is. At first I thought LaMelo was the clear-cut best player from that class, but I mean, Ant's emerged as
probably the clear-cut best player from that class.
Yeah, and he's a dynamic scorer, potential first option for that team.
He needs to get out of Minnesota.
I'd say the same, but they have pieces in Minnesota, so they could potentially build around him. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns. I like Kyle Anderson. He's a pretty solid guy too. They got pieces up there, so we'll see. But that's a pretty cool card of Ant-Man. 12, we have Christian Robinson. Leaf auto.
Yeah, this is a baseball player. He signed out of the Bahamas at the same time that Jazz Chisholm did, and everyone knows who Jazz Chisholm is. He got into some trouble. here and there. He didn't play a lot, but he's back. He's a top prospect, really toolsy, big power, big speed. So hopefully he can make his way to the big leagues eventually. He's got a lot of talent.
That's a pretty cool auto of his coming soon. We got 22. TJ Watt, my guy.
Second best defender in football.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm a Steelers fan, so really love TJ Watt. I mean, obviously he's our best. He's probably our best player. I think I'm safe saying that, even though he's a defensive player. Game changer, potential defensive player of the year every season, as long as he can stay healthy.
As long as Aaron Donald's playing,
yeah,
it's hard.
I'd make that argument. Aaron Donald got the defensive player of the year one year in particular, where I really felt like, I think it was 2 or 3 seasons ago, where TJ was
last
probably
year.
the guy. But I mean, I think TJ had 21 or 22 sacks one of these recent seasons. I mean,
Aaron Donald's just that guy, though. They're both good. That's 5 so far. We have 3 more.
16. Ben Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. I was really, thinking about, one day naming my kid, like Toby, and then make his middle name Wan Kenobi.
Oh my gosh.
But I grew up watching Star Wars, and Ewan McGregor playing Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels is something I'll always remember and have great memories of. And I love going back and watching those movies. I probably rewatch them once a year. I just love watching those movies.
Great. There's few shows or movies out there that you can just rewatch and have that same enjoyment. But Star Wars is one of them.
Star Wars is iconic.
All right, so we actually got 7. We got one more in this tier. 3. 2020 Panini Tom Brady Select Die Cut White Prism.
The GOAT.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Tom Brady stuff. And I love those Select die cuts. I think they look really cool.
I think they look really good.
Die cuts, they don't get super intricate with the cuts there. So, and the white prism parallel, I mean, it's pretty clean.
So what do we have in this tier?
We got She-Hulk, Tom Brady, the Select die cut we just went through. We got Anthony Edwards, Ruby Wave, PSA 9, Christian Robinson, autograph from Leaf, Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan from Star Wars, TJ Watt, Silver Prism there, Russell Wilson, Donruss Optic, 1981 Tribute, Blue Parallel, and Skeptile, EX Hollow.
Yep, let's scroll up to the top. One. Okay, I see.
All right, so on to the next one.
Tier 6, we have 8 in here as well.
All right, so
78, 77 of these.
Go ahead and randomize this up.
2. It says 2.
78.
All right, let's roll. 56.
Oh, you're already on it.
Oh,
Fleer,
wow.
Kobe Bryant. I mean, we've talked about Kobe enough, I feel like, when we go through these, right?
Yeah, everybody knows Kobe's one of the greats. So
Iconic, Mamba mentality, and, I mean, in the untimely time of his passing, shocked the world.
But yeah, pretty cool rookie card of Kobe coming there. Next we got 28.
Shohei Ohtani.
Ooh, this is a cello pack. I actually spoke with the guy who decided to consign this one. It's a really cool pack. From what he was telling me, they're packs that were only passed out at the Angels game. So you had to actually be at the game to receive that pack. Has Shohei Ohtani on the cover. I mean, he's literally the best player in baseball. So
one of the best players ever already.
Yeah, that's a pretty rare collectible. And I mean, it's from 2013, like a really early year too. So that'd be pretty cool.
I don't think that was an Angels game. I think that was a Japanese game.
I have to go back.
He
and
wasn't
talk
in
to him
America
about
in
it, make sure I'm
2013.
clear on- No, I don't. The pack is from 2013, but I don't think it was like a 2013 game when it was handed out. I have to go back and talk to the consignor and get clear on it so I can have it pretty sharp in the description for everybody. But it's a rare pack for sure. It just looks pretty cool, and like we said, Shohei Ohtani. So that'll be pretty cool to see hit the auction.
Number 2.
Next we got number 2,
Sandy
Koufax.
One of the greatest left-handed pitchers ever. He's up there with Kershaw. It's like him, Kershaw are like generally considered the 2 greatest left-handed pitchers ever, and they're really 1A, 1B. It's an awesome card. It's a vintage card. People love vintage. I'm not positive that's rookie year, but I know it's close to rookie year. And it's just everyone loves Sandy Koufax, living legend.
All right, so next we got number 68. Oop, I'm going real fast down there.
Yeah, it's like Jerry Rice.
PSA 8.
He was probably the GOAT of football for a long time, man.
Yeah.
He was the GOAT for a while. 6 rings. His records, some of his records will never get touched because he was so good into his late 30s. For a receiver, that's just like, I feel like that's just going to be unheard of with how good these DBs are nowadays. If you're like getting up in age like that, you lose a step and you're just out. Like, yeah, you'll be out of the league. It's that fast.
Yeah, we got a couple guys in the NFL now that they make some noise, and you know they've had some good seasons throughout their first few years, but to show that longevity like Jerry Rice is tough.
It's
So
tough.
It's a pretty cool card. 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. So we got 4 more in this tier. Yes, we got 67 right by the Jerry Rice. Pokemon Venusaur.
Venusaur. I was talking about being a big Pokemon fan. I've played a lot of the games, and the first ever game made, Pokemon Red and Blue, is the starters are Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. And Charmander, of course, is Charizard. So a lot of people pick Charizard and Blastoise, but what they don't know is actually, statistically, Venusaur is the best in the game. Bulbasaur is. Yeah, it's the best one in the game. So if you want to beat the game as fast as possible, you pick Bulbasaur because it's the best one in the game.
Okay.
It's kind of cool.
Interesting. Getting a little knowledge from Coop. Love it. Next, we got number 24. Upper Deck, LeBron Redemption Special.
What's you feel like if LeBron wins a chip this year, he's the undeniable. It's not even close anymore.
If he wins a chip this year, I wouldn't say it's undeniable. I'll still, like, if people still stick to Jordan, I wouldn't say they're just blatantly wrong or anything. I do think a ring this year,
It makes it hard.
yeah, even though he'll still be under Jordan, it really does change that conversation up. And contrary to what a lot of people might think, I think the Lakers have a really nice shot. So
They look good right now, man. They might just show up at the right time. Sometimes that's all it takes is showing up at the right time.
Yeah, so this one, being a LeBron rookie, it should be pretty cool to see at the auction.
I think we need 2 more.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
5, 6. Yep, 2 more. 59. Fleer, Allen Iverson.
AI, one of the most influential players I'd say in basketball history.
Yeah.
The way he dressed, the way he talked, the way he acted. I feel like before him, that was kind of like unheard of to do that kind of things.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I feel like it's common. I mean, he was really a trendsetter. He was ahead of his time, and he was fun to watch too. You add on the fact that he was fun to watch.
Yeah. AI's a really lovable guy. I actually got to meet him at the National last year, get some jerseys signed, get some stuff signed for us here at Block Pack. So, messed something up there. But yeah, love to see that card hitting the auction for sure.
Last one,
Number 23,
Jordan.
Jalen Hurts, PSA 10 Prism.
Wow, what timing! This man just got paid, and I mean next level paid. And we were discussing it here in the office. I mean, like, do you think it was do you think he's too expensive, or do you think he's not expensive enough?
I mean, I love to see the guys get paid. I'll say that first of all. I don't know that
It's like
this
51
young in
million a year.
His career. I don't know that this young in his career I would have went that high, but I respect the Eagles front office for making the call to do that because you look at the Baltimore Ravens and what they have going on with Lamar. You know, they're way off.
Rumors have it Lamar turned down a bigger contract than that. Apparently, Lamar got offered more and said no. That's what rumors have it.
Interesting, but I know just generally speaking for these guys in football, the quarterbacks see what other quarterbacks are getting paid. They're like, hey, I'm better than this guy, or I'm just as good as this guy, whatever. So. I think it's good for the game for Jalen Hurts to get a contract at that level because we want to see quarterbacs, getting the amount that they're due.
What do you think? Big boy Joe Burrow's gonna get? He's coming up. His extension's coming. It's gonna be probably next year.
Joe has to land somewhere right around where Hurts landed.
I feel like he's got to be higher than Hurts. Does he not have to be higher than Hurts?
I mean, if we're talking from a skill perspective, I would say he has to be. I think I have him higher than Hurts on my top QBs list. But
yeah. So
if he was a couple mil below Hurts, I don't think it'd be like too shocking either.
All right. Well, that's it for this year. Let's go over the cards.
But yeah, we got Sandy Koufax, Hurts Prism, LeBron, rookie, Shohei Ohtani, Cello Pack. Fleer, Kobe Bryant, Fleer, Allen Iverson, Venusaur Hollow, and Jerry Rice.
Awesome.
So moving on, next we have tier 5.
This is our biggest tier.
So yeah, the bulk of our auction will come here. We have 10 cards coming from this tier. So let's go ahead and randomize these and get this rolling. All right. First, we have number 42.
Willie Mays, one of the greatest baseball players ever. Most people consider him top 5. I feel that's pretty consensus. He's the iconic catch. I don't know if you've ever seen where he's running directly backwards over his head like this, and he catches the ball. Iconic moment. Yeah, he's got the stats, the counting stats, the advanced metrics. His, like OPS plus is through the roof. Defensively, he was a wizard out there. I mean, he's one of the best to ever do it. One of the best lace him up ever in baseball.
So nice vintage piece coming there.
Yep.
Number 50. Another coin.
Carson City.
We've been doing good at somehow landing on at least one coin in most of these weekly auctions.
There's a lot of people that like the
so,
coins, so
yeah.
I'm happy we're getting some coins in there. You know, we're not the most knowledgeable people about coins, and
I will say though the
people
coins
like
have been
them.
performing pretty well on auction. So the guys that are numismatics out there, they're flocking. So I'm
Yep.
pretty sure they'll be excited to see this one come.
Oh yeah.
Next, we have number 89. Last on the list, Derek Jeter foil.
The captain. I mean, he's probably one of the most iconic baseball players ever. He's a good baseball player, but he's one of the most iconic. He was the captain of the Yankees for so long. He was New York. He was always with the pretty girls in New York. I mean, he was just that. Derek Jeter was that guy for better part of a decade and a half. So
Yeah. So yeah, this will be a pretty cool one, and I'm pretty sure this is one of his most.
that's his rookie card. Yep.
recognizable rookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a
so-
PSA 10, that's like it's a big card. It's like a $200,000 card. A PSA 10.
All right. So next we have number 73.
Mickey Mantle.
1955 Topps Mantle.
Probably the only guy that really rivals Mays in like all-time greatness. Him and Mays are very, very comparable, I feel like. A lot of people love Mickey, though, because he was a Yankee. I mean, Yankees, they have the biggest fan base probably in sports, I'd say. I don't know if that's like a crazy take at all to say they're one of the biggest fandoms in sports. And him being probably if not their most iconic player, one of their most iconic player ever. People love the guy. People love to collect the guy. That's why he gets premium prices. Even in a 1.5, that card's going to be worth a good penny.
Yeah. So Mantle, one of the greats. Pretty cool seeing another one of his cards hit the auction. Next, we got Kobe. Another Kobe press pass swish.
Talked about him earlier. Not enough we can say about Kobe. Too many stories of people talking about Kobe. You know, he's just that guy.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Next, we got number 48. Josh Allen, Donruss Optic
Wow.
Green Velocity.
This is a guy. This is his year. He's got to prove it this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's proven that he can do it. Now he's got to do it, and he's got to win in the postseason. I feel that's a big thing for him this year. Is he's got to win in the postseason.
Yeah, it's all down to the postseason for him now. Everybody knows he has elite talent, running the ball, throwing the ball.
He's got to
they
get a
built
team
the
around
roster,
him.
So, Josh Allen,
many we
I
got?
still love him. We got 6 so far, so 4 more.
All right, 4 more.
But yeah, love Josh Allen, but should be interesting to see how this upcoming season plays out for him and the Bills. Got 62 next. Mike Trout.
Mike Trout, wow. Growing up, I used to love Mike Trout. You know, he was the best player in baseball for 10 years, and up until really recently, he kind of lost his crown to his own teammate, which is kind of crazy. But he was that guy for 10 years. I mean, he was so good that after he was like his 9th year, people were like, Mike Trout could retire right now and be a first ballot Hall of Famer because he's that good. And I just hope, man, he can stay healthy and continue to do what he does. And I want to see him put up ridiculous numbers. I want to see 650 home runs out of him. I mean, he could do it if he really just stays doing what he does for the rest of his career. He's an amazing player, awesome guy. Everyone loves the guy. So can't say enough good things about Mike Trout.
Next, we got number 82.
Another Josh Allen.
Donruss Downtown.
Just talked about him. This is the year for him, but the talent's there. We're not denying that. I don't think anyone is.
We got 2 more left here, right?
Yep.
86.
Um,
Tops. Mickey Mantle. PSA 2.
Talked about him also earlier. I mean, it's just the most iconic vintage player. Everyone loves Mickey Mantle cards. They always sell well.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're at 9.
And our last one here is going to be number 24.
Lewis Hamilton. Wow. Have we had a F1 card yet? Is this our first one?
I don't think so. I know we have the F1 Boxing Wax Wednesday, but I don't
Yeah,
think
but I
we
don't
had
think-
F1
yeah.
in the auction yet. So
I mean, Lewis Hamilton's the GOAT of F1. I feel like that's pretty undeniable at this point. He was so dominant for so many years under Mercedes when they were at the peak of the Formula One world. And now to kind of see him lose to Max Verstappen recently, it's been a little sad, but he's still the greatest of all time currently in F1, and he's still racing, and he could still add to his resume. So, yeah, I mean, he's one of the most famous people in Europe, I'd say.
All right, so got Lewis Hamilton, Willie Mays, got Josh Allen, Green Velocity, got a Carson City Silver Dollar, got Mike Trout, got Topps Mickey Mantle, PSA 1.5, got the Josh Allen Downtown, another mantle for Topps 1962, Kobe Bryant Press Pass, and the Derek Jeter Rookie, the SP Full.
Awesome. That's a good selection right there.
All right, so in this tier,
Tier 4, we're going to take 6 cards.
Yep, 6 cards here. That randomize range.
65. All right, let's get generating.
All right, number 4.
Kevin Durant.
Ooh,
That's
a rookie.
Do you think they got a shot at the ship this year, the Suns?
You know what? I fell asleep on the game last night, and I didn't even. Did they win last night?
I don't remember. I didn't really tune in.
I gotta check in on that for sure. But I'll check in later. I think the Suns definitely are one of the most loaded teams. They should be rolling through this first round seamlessly. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think if they can get it together, it's a little interesting there because similarly to the Lakers, they made trades around that deadline, and they haven't been.
They
playing
got
together
Kevin
for
Durant.
a few months, but yeah, I mean, you got Kevin Durant alongside guys like Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. I mean, it's hard to
Great core.
Yeah, it's hard to count them out. So, pretty cool card there of a
Good time to
top
put it in.
player.
Yeah, good time to get it in.
14.
Bill Russell.
Ooh,
Most rings ever. How many does he have? 9?
ooh. I think
I believe he has 9 championships.
gosh, for some reason I was thinking it might have been 11. I know he has
It's
a
a
lot
lot.
of championships. Some
It's
of
a
his
lot.
players.
It's ridiculous.
Some of his player coach. Obviously, Bill Russell with his recent passing. He caught a lot of attention in the media and things like that. But his collectibles live on forever.
He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
recognition Before, I mean, he's an icon in the basketball world for sure.
Oh,
So,
yeah, 100%.
pretty cool vintage card of his there coming. Next we have
Barry Bonds. We were talking about baseball when we were talking about some of the greatest players ever with like Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. And I'm a pretty big baseball stat nerd. A lot of people know. I feel like I'm all into baseball stats. And Barry Bonds is 100%, without a doubt in my mind, the greatest baseball player ever. And I don't really think it's close. I mean, what he was able to do, yeah, he did steroids and he cheated. But so did everyone else. And he was literally just like twice as good as everyone else. There was a season where he got on base more times than he had at bats. He got on base like 357 times in like 350 at bats. It's just like absolutely ridiculous stats, and his records will never get touched. His home run record will never get touched. His season-long OPS of 1,400, that'll never get touched. Most career MVPs, that'll probably never get touched. I mean, he's just greatest to ever do it in baseball, and I don't think it's close. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion.
Breaking Binger says, I think card number 5 is in this week's. It was selected last week. I commented to B-Jamps about it being in the Jeter, Rivera, Sterling, or number 5 there.
in this week.
I don't remember this card.
Jeter, Rivera, Petty. I will double check that for sure. Because obviously, if it was to be in there,
I don't remember seeing that card.
we'd catch it. But I don't think I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, because I remember we would have talked about it, so I don't think it was in there.
We'll double check on that for sure.
Yeah, I
after
gotta
we
double
hop
check it,
But
yep.
I'm pretty sure all of this stuff is unused.
I don't
I
remember.
hope we have our stuff in order. But
I don't remember talking about those guys. So.
we will definitely look into it and hop back to you and let you know something about that bangers. I think we only have 3 here in this tier.
We need 3 more.
All right, 55.
Randy Moss.
Ooh.
That's a guy with the verb named
Another
Adam.
great receiver coming in this weekly. So Randy Moss, I mean, he's one of those guys. Like, again, he was
so fun.
his charisma, his whole persona. I mean, it just lives on. A lot of guys still reference him. I mean, he's known as the iconic wide receiver who everybody, you got Moss kind of thing. So, I mean,
Every kid grew up wanting to be Randy Moss in the backyard.
yeah, it's pretty evident that he's up there. If not as the greatest wide receiver, he's probably second. Third would kind of be like, wow, on the list. So
He's up there. He's definitely one of the best ever. He's that record-breaking season with Brady too. I mean, he was that guy for a while.
So pretty cool card autograph of his coming.
Yeah,
Next
let's
we
talk about
have
first. 28.
28.
Wander Franco.
Franco.
He has been on fire this year. Let me tell you, this dude is hitting baseballs well. And last year he was so hyped going into last year, and I'm pretty sure he got injured. And I just don't think he fully recovered from the injury, man. And baseball's a hard sport, especially hitting. Hitting a baseball is a hard thing to do. And when you're a tiny bit injured against pitchers of that caliber, you can struggle really, really easily. And I think that's what happened last year. I think now he's back, he's fully healthy, and he's having a good year. And I think this is the Wander Franco we all expected. And I think it's the Wander Franco we're going to get for the next 10 or so years.
Yeah, I know he gets a lot of respect in the hobby. A lot of guys are looking to grab his stuff with the expectation of him being that guy, like he said. So pretty cool to see that one coming to the auction. One more here.
Yep.
62. Panini.
Steph Curry.
It's funny how I look at that and I start with the Panini. But yeah, Steph Curry Gold Standard. That's I remember seeing that card. It's got a pretty nice autograph on there. I mean, Steph's obviously the greatest shooter that we've seen in our time.
Better watch
probably
out.
All time.
The Aaron Fox is coming.
Yeah, it's oh gosh, the way that series is playing out has been so interesting. Close games thus far, pretty interesting to watch. Obviously, even if they lose, Steph is still going to be looked at as probably the greatest point guard in the NBA right now, and still the greatest shooter of all time. But,
Is he the greatest point guard ever?
if we want to talk point guard, no disrespect to Steph and his fans. I think we have to put guys like Magic, Stockton, Jason
Whoa. Stockton and Kidd over Curry?
If we're looking at just the pure point guards, I mean,
I
said, his shooting ability
he's
is
like
unmatched.
4 rings.
All right. The four rings will put him above Stockton.
He's a unanimous MVP.
Okay, grill me, Coop. Grill me.
Most 3 points made ever.
He might be. I don't know why.
He
but
changed
when I think
basketball.
of Curry, I don't know. He's not the
Probably
traditional
top
point
5.
guard that I think of.
I'll say he's probably top 5. I don't think that's like
Top 5 all time or point guards.
all time, bro. He's probably up there. He's definitely top 10.
You got points. You got points for sure. Another debate for another day, though. I think we got 6 in here, yeah. So we got the Kevin Durant rookie, Barry Bonds refractor, Bill Russell Fleer, Wander Franco Mega Box auto, Randy Moss auto, and the Curry Gold Standard.
There's some good players right there.
Next, we have 5 cards coming from this one.
Yep. Get into the more expensive stuff now.
Fox got the most clutch player award for 22 to 23.
Is that an award?
now? Is that a
what
legit? Is that like a legit? I think the NBA did add some awards like last season that they started awarding for the first time. So if that's true, then that's a pretty big note there for him. I mean, he's an outstanding guy for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Generate that 9.
Wait, did I randomize? Yeah, I randomized that.
Yeah, we have 5 cards here. Sometimes be quiet. All right, 16. We got
Charizard.
Dark Charizard Hollow, first edition PSA 10. Wow. I love Charizard personally. You know, I'm a big Pokemon games fan, and Charizard's just so cool looking. He's a fire dragon. I mean, come on, how cool is that? And to get that in a PSA 10 first edition Hollow, it's freaking awesome. I might have to win that card for myself.
Word. So another cool Pokemon card coming soon. Next we have number 32.
Another deed.
Ooh.
I do not know what this other deed looks like off the top of my head, and we haven't ran another deed yet, have we?
We ran another deed in the alpha. That,
Yes.
Not on consignment yet. We did have some. This isn't the only one that came through in consignment, but pretty cool to see this one finally hit the auction. I know a lot of people have had their eyes on the project lately, so this would be pretty fun. Another cool asset, not card there to hit the auction.
31 right above it.
Jazz.
Jazz Chisholm. I'm going to guess this belonged to Mr. Ben Jample, considering he's Jazz Chisholm's biggest fan.
I want to say it did. But yeah, Jazz Chisholm, he's one of the most charismatic guys in the league right now. A lot of guys love his swag. So
he's on the cover and will be the show, man. There's a reason for that. People love the guy. He's just a likable guy. All right, 2 more here.
All right, number 38.
Tom Brady.
Nebula.
We talked about earlier, greatest of all time. It's going to be a hard guy to argue anyone in the future is better than him. I mean, Mahomes maybe can do it, but I mean, he's got to win a couple more Super Bowls, a couple more MVPs to make it a conversation, which is just kind of crazy to think about. It's like, yeah, no, you got to do the hardest thing in football a couple more times, and then maybe we can have the debate.
Yeah. So, I mean, Tom Brady's in a class of his own, and, I mean, this card being – I mean, it's numbered to 2. I mean, you can't, even though it's not a rookie, it's hard to find those.
4, correct? Check. Just scroll up. Check.
Yep.
Scroll up and check. Okay.
Yep. All right, so last one from this tier, number 18.
Julio Rodriguez. Ooh, wow. Oh, awesome. All right, never mind. So my bag. I'm probably going to win this card. PSA 10 Refractor Bowman Chrome Auto. Anyone knows anything about Bowman Chrome Autos, PSA 10 is a mega premium in Bowman Chrome because a lot of them are in BGS slabs. But and nowadays it's kind of changed where like people want PSA, so it's hard to find good Bowman Chrome and PSA slabs. And this being a refractor out of $4.99 of one of the best young players in baseball, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with it. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are excited for this card. A lot of people are gonna go after it, so that's an awesome card to get in the auction.
All right, so for this tier we have the Charizard, Dark Charizard, Hollow First Edition there. Got the Julio Refractor Auto. Jazz Chisholm, Gold Refractor Auto, the Other Deed from Yuga Labs, and Tom Brady Contenders Optic Nebula PSA 10.
Good selection there. All right, we're on to tier 2.
All right, so we only got 2 cards coming from this tier.
God, I know which one I want it to be.
Randomized range and 15. All right, first we got number 9.
Mortal Kombat. I'll be honest, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat. Maybe not this version of it, but I've played a lot of Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat, just fighting games in general. I love them, like Super Smash Bros. I love all those kind of games. So,
just button spamming.
There's skill involved. Come on now. If you button spam against someone that knows what you're doing, you're done.
Ability over and over until I win.
Yeah, that's one way to play. Awesome game. That's a pretty awesome thing to have in the auction. I'm excited for that.
All right, and next we have number 6, Tatis Orange.
So I saw a stat that I don't know if he played yesterday or not, but in his last 3 AAA games, because he's playing a AAA before he comes up to the majors, his last 3 AAA games he was 10 for 12 with 6 home runs.
Oh wow,
that's insane.
Wow.
And if that carries over to the MLB, people better be scared because that's a bad man coming off a suspension who wants to prove himself back to the world that like, hey, I'm still that guy. He was left out of like the top 100 list for MLB Network, and he's probably gonna come back and be like, "Hey, don't forget about me. I'm still that guy. I'm still one of the best hitters in baseball." So it's exciting. We'll see what Tatis has and what he can bring to the Padres this year. He's coming back soon. I think he comes back tomorrow, if I'm correct. I think it's tomorrow. I think he's back tomorrow. So
yeah, pretty big card of Tatis there, being the orange parallel.
Yep.
And then as Coop said, we got the iconic Mortal Kombat game also coming, so that should be pretty cool.
Now it's time for the headliner.
All
One
right.
card.
Last card. Randomize the range.
Set that thing to 7.
All right.
Here we go.
See.
Was it 6? Did it change?
I don't know if that actually registered as a click.
I don't know if it did either. What's everyone in the chat saying? Did that register as a click?
Wait, what?
Like, I clicked on the screen, and I'm just not sure if my screen just didn't take the click and landed on 6 again.
I think it did. Because I'm pretty sure I saw you hit it and it like reloaded.
No, I definitely clicked.
I think it's 6.
All right.
So that means we got the 1996 scoreboard Kobe Auto Red. That's the high school jersey number 2.
Yep.
McDonald's All-American Game uniform. Awesome card. I absolutely love that card personally.
I love that card.
I think it's absolutely insanely
It's
cool.
a beautiful card. It's got a amazing shot of Kobe. Kobe is a guy that through the years you got this kind of generic personality of him just being kind of like almost like a robotic type of dude. But you got him showing off so much personality in the picture. I mean, it's a big bold auto, like Coop said. It's number 33, so it's a high school jersey number. And this card,
Awesome card, man.
It's one of the first cards he autographed before coming into the league. So pretty cool card there. Can't wait to see that one hit the auction. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up our weekly 4.
Oh man.
Hope you guys are excited about this one. We'll have that one going live next week and ending not this upcoming Sunday, but the Sunday after that. Again, it's less cards this time. We'll have 40 instead of 50.
Expect 40 for the next couple.
But yeah, if you're listening to this and you haven't already, go check out Wax Wednesday. That ends tonight. We got a lot of wax up for grabs. We got Panini 1-1, Topps Chrome from 2020, first year Topps Chrome F1. We got some Disney 100 Years of Wonders.
And then in weekly 3, we got we have the 7 Mantle.
Yeah,
52
yeah.
Bowman, 7 Mantle.
Weekly's coming soon too. We got the SGC Bowman Mansell there.
And what's next week?
We got the Topps. It's the Juan Soto, the Gatorade bath
Gatorade
also
bath,
as one of the top cards there.
Do we have any auctions coming up next week? You can think of on top of your head. Other than
Next
our weekly,
week
of course.
we have Throwback Thursday. Yes.
Yes,
so,
Throwback Thursday.
We'll have another themed auction there with a bunch of cards from. We said
Monster Monday.
2000. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2000 was the cutoff.
So yeah, Throwback Thursday we'll have cards from 2000 and earlier there.
And a Monster Monday.
Monster Monday, yeah.
It's
we
back.
have Monster Monday coming back this upcoming Monday. Our card there is going to be a Mike Trout first Bowman refractor.
Awesome. Awesome card.
Yeah, that card's going to hit the auction for Monster Monday. We'll have that revealed pretty soon this week. Can't wait to see that one hit it either, but pretty excited about another weekly coming. Yeah, we'll get back to you guys soon.
Thank you.